welcome you from Boston, Fenway Park, the site of this 2013 American League Division Series presented by T-Mobile. They have waited 4 years. Last time the Red Sox were in the postseason, 2009. And division rivals find their way to Game 1 of this ALDS, the Rays and the Boston Red Sox.
Welcome back to Boston. I'm Rachel Nichols, and we're moments away from the first pitch here at Fenway Park, but we've already had some very stirring moments here as after the pregame introductions, the Red Sox introduced several victims of the Boston Marathon bombings, the first responders who helped those victims out, and so many of the people who have been such an important part of this community. You know, manager John Farrell told us it was in the aftermath of that tragic event that his team really came together. You know, they had a lot of new faces in this clubhouse, and after that happened and they hang the 617 jersey in their dugout, they held the moment of silence the next night in Cleveland. They really began to understand what they meant to this community, what they could do to show this community that they were all one. Guys, you're going to see in center field, they've cut the logo, Be Strong, Boston Strong, into the grass for this series. And let me tell you, the people here are Boston strong. They want their team to be too.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Rachel. There was a very touching ceremony before the ball game today. The marathon bombing on April 15th, and the Red Sox played the Rays that day. That was an 11 a.m. start on Patriots Day. Red Sox then traveling to Cleveland after the game. They played the next night, and that moment of silence that they had for the Red Sox in Cleveland, and Farrell was very emphatic about the moment that this club came together, as Rachel mentioned, Joe, and then talked about how this team, for the rest of the season, trying to come up with ways to give back to this community, and it's a pretty good way to start the postseason here today. A big moment to assist that process for the Red Sox as John Lester leads the Red Sox onto the field here at Fenway. His first ever Game 1 start in the postseason at Fenway Park. He's had good and bad success in Game 1s in previous years, and there he is on the mound after another terrific season, matching up against a red-hot, battle-tested Tampa Bay Rays ball club. The Red Sox have been patiently waiting while the Rays have been playing in these elimination games. So as Lester gets his final warm-ups in, let's take a look at our batting order brought to you by T-Mobile. This is what Joe Madden has him lined up like tonight, and the key in this batting order, at least so far through the tiebreaker and the wild card game, has been Delmon Young. 9 postseason home runs. They signed him in August. Had the big homer in the wild card game that started the scoring for the Rays, and he has been a very impressive postseason performer in his career. And now back with the team that signed him in the first round back in 2003. And John, there is John Lester, and another big start for him. And we'll see the old rust comparison versus the team that has been playing in all of these games in the Tampa Bay Rays. See how that pales for Lester today.
Well, John Lester, of course, coming off a miserable year, and you're going to see a man who's made some adjustments, 15 wins this year. You're going to see fastballs and cutters. For him to be successful, if his cutter is into right-handers and firm, the Rays are going to be in trouble. He throws a changeup and a curveball, and of course the shadows are going to be part of the play early on with the clouds breaking with some sun.
All right, Joe, how about the Red Sox defensively behind John Lester, finally at full strength again?
And with a lefty going for the Rays, that means Johnny Gomes gets the start in left field as he always does against a lefty. Jacoby Ellsbury is back after an injury that waylaid him late in the season. Shane Victorino's been a big plus for this ball club after signing as a free agent. Middlebrooks, Drew, Pedroia, and Napoli from third to first. All good defensively. Napoli, a catcher by trade, of course, and Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching for Lester today.
John Farrell managing his first postseason game. So many years here with the Red Sox as their pitching coach. James strikes out, and that's how the afternoon begins for John Lester. 1-2 to Lester, and a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for John Lester to start his day. Lester last started against Baltimore last Saturday. Went 5 innings, gave up 4 earned runs to the Orioles, finishing his year at 15-8. Swing and a miss. John Lester strikes out the side. Now the Red Sox coming up. Let's check out the batting order, brought to you by T-Mobile. Dustin Pedroia, the spine of the Red Sox, former MVP, hit .301 this season. Has been a run producer, second most runs he's produced in a single season in his career, and a base stealer. And the Red Sox will run. Left-hander on the 24-year-old from New Mexico. His second career postseason start.
Yeah, an interesting dynamic on his year. You look at the numbers, 17-4, a lot of walks. Look at 76. And what's going to be concerning for against a patient team like the Red Sox is he can get wild and then dot the strike zone.
Joe Madden reminding Matt Moore about his complete game against the Red Sox. It was a shutout on a 2-hitter here at Fenway as Ellsbury on the ground right to Escobar. And that's how the day begins for Matt Moore. And Joe, one of the best defenses in the big leagues, the Tampa Bay Rays.
You know, we've been talking about these guys all week and how good they are. Today it's Rodriguez, Jennings, and Myers in the outfield. But as a unit, as a team, the Rays with only 59 errors this year. And that would have set a major league record, except that the Baltimore Orioles were just a little bit better. They too set a record with only 54 errors. Jose Lobaton making the start behind the plate. He's a switch hitting catcher.
No current player on the roster today has been part of that trade that they made last year with the Dodgers. Matter of fact, Loney is playing against him.
Yeah, Loney came over to the Red Sox from the Dodgers. And that hit him. Victorino stands right on top of the plate, and Moore hits him. And a base runner for the Red Sox with one away.
It's something that's a little out of what you would expect from the Red Sox. It's got him on the foot, is that they are a running team. They're third in the American League in stolen bases. In fact, they have a record streak going, 39 straight stolen bases as a team without being caught.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Pedroia. Rays looking for a ground ball here. Victorino stays put, and Pedroia center field. And Jennings will settle under it for the second out. And a good battle there between Pedroia and Matt Moore. Out number 2. Victorino still at first. Historically, among designated hitters, David Ortiz is the career leader in home runs, RBIs, hits, runs scored. Frank Thomas is second in home runs. Edgar Martinez in RBIs and runs right behind Ortiz. And Harold Baines. That's kind of the Mount Rushmore of designated hitters. And Ortiz is right there. Victorino goes. Pitch is high. The second is late. And a stolen base for Victorino puts the Red Sox in scoring position. And by the way, Matt Moore led the American League in wild pitches this season. That's always on their mind. A bouncer right to Escobar in the perfect spot, and Ortiz is out. And the defensive charts pay off early for the Rays. We head to the second. The top spot in the wild card race. And then, of course, if you've been with us during these elimination games, you know how they have finished. And Lester strikes out Longoria. Boy, what a start. 4 batters. 4 strikeouts, all swinging. Was released by Philadelphia, signed with the Rays in August. And a little jam shot, Pedroia, easy enough for out number 2. And the first ball put in play for an out by the Rays at this point. Lester with 2 outs, 2 strikes on the hitter.
Just from his reaction.
At the bottom of the zone.
And the payoff. And Rodriguez launches one deep left field. That is way back. And it is gone. A home run for Rodriguez.
Boy, Lester just stared a hole through Chris Guccione after he got a new baseball bat.
The Rays score first again. 13 straight games they open the scoring. And Sean Rodriguez bangs out a long home run to put Tampa Bay on top.
He only hit 5 homers all year, none against Boston. This made up for it. This was launched deep left center. And Lester thought he had him struck out.
No effect whatsoever.
3-1 to Escobar. He pulls one. Oh, nice play over there at third. Middlebrooks to first in time. Well done. Will Middlebrooks saves a hit. But how about Sean Rodriguez getting the start, delivering a home run to put the Rays on the board. Postseason experience, of course, with the Angels and the Texas Rangers. Moore deals a 2-2 and a swing and a miss. He put it right by him with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. With David Price and Matt Moore, the two left-handers that figured to start 3 of the 5 games. Lines one to left. Rodriguez lays out, makes the catch. In his first ever postseason game in the outfield. After his home run to put the Rays on the board, he makes a terrific play.
They keep talking about Rodriguez being a guy who has worked his tail off to be that super utility guy wherever Joe Madden needs him. And plays like this, it's easy to see that his ability to acclimate to the outfield is pretty good. Ross's numbers against Price are a little better than Saltalamacchia. Saltalamacchia's numbers a little better, and he's in there today against Moore.
And Moore walks him. Patient at the plate. Saltalamacchia batting in the 7th spot in this Red Sox order, draws the walk. Second walk issued by Matt Moore. Gets by in a wild pitch. Has been a problem for Matt Moore. He's got to be a nightmare to catch with his electric stuff. A shot, but right to Escobar. Takes a tough hop and he handles, and he makes the play for the out. A little footwork problem there by Escobar, but he's able to make the play in a scoreless inning for Moore. Loney, Lobaton, then back to the top of the order in Jennings. Bouncing ball, the Gold Glover Pedroia. He's got some time, makes the play for out number 1.
Even though he's the manager and they have a pitching coach, their relationship still maintains in conversation from time to time.
That ball's hit high in deep center field, and Ellsbury at the track. Out number 1. Ball and 2 strikes. And Jennings swings and flies one to right. Routine for Victorino, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for John Lester. 1-0 Rays. Red Sox are coming up 9-1-2 to the plate. Will lead off for the Red Sox. And a hit batter and a walk for Matt Moore. And Middlebrooks in the air to right. Myers, very little experience at Fenway in right field, makes the play for the out. Ellsbury pulls one over to Loney, knocks it down. Moore is there, and Loney hits him perfectly. And Ellsbury is out.
Nice play.
1-2. And they got him. So Matt Moore strikes out Victorino, a 3-up, 3-down inning, the first of the night. Rays lead 1-0. It really hasn't been a factor thus far. And Zobrist hits that one into left field. That has got a chance to go, and it is gone. A fair ball home run for Ben Zobrist. The only question, would it stay fair, and it just went inside the foul pole. And 2 swings of the bat have the Rays on top 2-0.
Like he got something up and really threw some top hand on it.
Yeah,
switch hitter.
Fell behind, and not a lot of wasted motion for Zobrist. He's got one of them quick little triggers, and certainly he was on go mode once he got to 3-1.
And what, it has silenced this crowd with 2 home runs.
Mikey Lowell comes to mind, where he loved to pull the ball down the line, beat that wall up a little bit.
Myers into right. And Victorino for the out. First out of the inning.
Yep, so he struck out Longoria to start the second, but he hasn't struck out anyone since. The Clouds going coming in, I think the hitters are just getting a better look at him than they did in the early innings.
And now the first walk issued by John Lester. Longoria is aboard.
Keep them off the fastball if you can hit with a few of them.
Delmon Young swings away, first pitch, base hit. And Young at it again early in the count. Last time up, he took the first pitch for a strike. But a base hit. Second hit of the inning, and now a man on. 2 men on for Rodriguez. Big spot for the Rays. Big spot for Lester early. He's given up 2. He has 2 on, and that one's in the air to left. Sounded like he got jammed a little bit. And Gomes for the out. And 2 gone. Rodriguez swinging away at the first pitch. And now Lester can get out of this fourth with just 1 run allowed. Yunel Escobar. Escobar had a hit in the wild card game on Wednesday. And he's swinging away at the first pitch. Foul territory. Will it stay playable? And it will. Napoli hauls it in to end the inning, but the Rays strike again, and it's Ben Zobrist this time. The switch hitter keeps it fair, and the Rays lead 2.
A 7-year contract, and heart and soul really of the Red Sox.
He's the engine of this team. You need him to get on here and get something going.
And a shot right back up the middle, and there is the base hit the Red Sox have been looking for, their first of the game. Now, moments ago, we had a chance to catch up with Rays manager Joe Madden, and we talked about his club, a patient team, getting off to fast starts recently.
When you're playing so many teams with great bullpens, you really want to get on top and stay on top. It makes a huge difference in the latter part of the game. It speaks to our guys being ready to play the moment the game begins. There's a great energy in the dugout again today.
Joe, we've seen your shifts and talked about the graphs and everything, the information you give. But how much of it is predicated off your staff being able to do certain things to help out your shifts?
Yeah, I mean, we're always working off of our pitchers. If our pitcher does not like what we're doing, he can call it all off. But a lot of this stuff is rooted in a lot of data, as you know. There's a lot of different games involved in different types of pitches, etc. So a lot of this stuff is choreographed in the dugout. It's done beforehand. We got great advanced scouting by our people upstairs, and then the guys in the dugout here do a great job choreographing during the course of the game.
The staff of general manager Andrew Friedman. Tees does not run well. You have plenty of time on a ground ball. It's down high and deep to right. Myers calling. Myers near the wall. And that one bounces up and out. That's a ground rule double. Myers thought that Jennings was behind him.
Wow. What a huge mistake. He called for it the whole way. He waved him off. And so Jennings stopped. And then at the last second, Myers just stepped forward.
This will be a great look at it.
He's got it. He's got it. I got him. Stop.
Will Myers, 22-year-old rookie. He made his major league debut here at Fenway Park on June 18th, but he hasn't played many games here at Fenway. And Joe, as you mentioned, the toughest right field in baseball, but there's nothing tough about a ball like that.
I mean, to give up on that when you're really literally camped under it makes you wonder if somebody might have been yelling from the Red Sox bullpen or from the stands, I got it, which threw him off. Made him think that Jennings was there, but he was under it.
Well, nice job by Hickey coming out, pitching coach, and just getting the obvious out of the way. Look, there's nothing you can do about it. All right, second and third. Let's try to get out of this jam with just 1 run. Don't try and pitch perfect. It's going to be hard to stop them from scoring a run, but let's see if we can settle this everything down and pick up your teammate. But I agree with you, Joe. I think somebody had to be yelling for him to get off that ball that he had a good beat on.
Big moment here. We'll hear it. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Napoli. And a pop-up. Zobrist wants it. And there is the first out, and a big one for Matt Moore. Retiring Napoli. Rodriguez at the wall. It is up, and it is off the wall. Johnny Gomes puts the Red Sox on the board.
Another big swing, and this one just missed getting out of here. And that mistake in right field proves awfully costly.
I don't know how many parks this would have been a hit in, but we're not playing in those how many parks. Certainly this ball hits off the wall. And the fairway, the players here, of course, Ortiz already knew that was going to, he was standing at third when that ball hit the wall, so an easy way for him to score.
Got it. Foul tip into the mitt of Lobaton.
Well, guys, Ortiz just came back into the dugout very animated, very excited, and told his teammates, you get ready for that fastball. Forget about everything else. Get ready for the fastball. You'll be good.
Goes over one. Loney shovels it over and safe. And coming around to score is Gomes. Johnny Gomes hustling from second base. And he gives the Red Sox the lead on a little dribbler toward first. What great base running.
Well, the hustle of Stephen Drew made this work too, Brian. He could smell that hit.
Well, the one thing you got to do as a pitcher when you're coming over here and your first baseman's committed, you got to hit the corner and turn right away. Hit the corner, stop, and turn. And that delay right there was all the runner needed. Practice that play a lot, but in the heat of the moment, trying to get the final out, and you see he overshoots the bag. That's the first mistake. And then, of course, Gomes never really going to stop. But all he needed was that delay where he didn't hit the corner of the bag, turn around, check where the runner is.
Johnny Gomes drove in 2 with a double. Infield hit an RBI by Drew. It's hit hard left field. That ball's going to bang off the monster. Stephen Drew, as that takes a huge carom. He's around to score. And the Red Sox add to it. 4-2. That one took a wild bounce off the monster and allowed Drew to score from first base, and he was busting it all the way around.
I've always contended, Brian, that left field is easier to play here than right field, unless you get a carom off one of those little slots where the standings are there. You see those nameplates actually stick out a little bit farther from the fence. The innings numbers, the hits, it can hit those edges and come off in a funny way. And it did on Rodriguez and allowed Drew to score from first.
Well, and I hate to, not playing out left field too. He was very aggressive to the ball. He was charging without really having the patience to see what that carom was going to do. It's been an inning to forget, really, for Tampa.
A lot of inexperience in the outfield with the Rays. Eighth batter of the inning, Ellsbury. And a swing and a miss, and the ball gets away from Lobaton. And Ellsbury will reach. That'll be a strikeout, and what I assume will be a pass ball, and a defensive meltdown in this inning by the Tampa Bay Rays with no errors on the board.
Well, I said you needed a strikeout, but I never anticipated this was going to happen. A ball that goes in just off the tip of the glove, off the shin guard. And the inning is still alive.
That'll be a pass ball for Lobaton. And
These are the mistakes.
Joe Madden shaking his head.
Yeah, these are mistakes that Joe Madden and the Rays just don't make. Again, the second best fielding percentage in all of baseball. Only 59 errors on the year. As you said, these aren't errors on the board, but they are mistakes.
Victorino to right field, a base hit, and another run will score. Shane Victorino, like a tennis backhand, just serving one into right. And it's an RBI single, and it's 5-2 Boston.
Again, he uses the field more right-handed than left. He got something up and away from him. did a nice job of just serving that into right field. Wasn't even a strike.
Wow. Up and out of the zone, and Victorino delivers an RBI single, extends this inning. And Joe Madden sending not only Lobaton but Zobrist to the mound. They might want to try to buy a little time here for Chris Archer. Still in the hitter's count, Pedroia, and he swings, bouncing ball. Zobrist to end the inning. How about the Red Sox taking advantage? 5 runs in, they have the lead. James Loney swings and rips one right to the Gold Glover on a hop. Pedroia, nicely done. A moment ago, we had a chance to catch up with Red Sox skipper John Farrell. We asked him to walk us through that 4th inning.
Well, it looked like the first time through the order we might have had to get our legs underneath us with the downtime, the days off, but you know, we were able to capitalize on a couple of pitches up over the plate. Obviously, we get a little bit of a gift on that double by Ortiz out in right field, and Johnny Gomes and Stephen Drew just great base running.
John Lester gave up a couple of home runs. The first one looked like he was certainly upset over not getting a call just prior to the first home run. How about this long rest here with this long inning?
Well, you know, he did some throwing as typical. It's almost like as if we had a pitching change inside the length of that inning. So, you know, hey, on the 2-strike changeup, he looked like he made a quality pitch. You know, Rodriguez gets him for a fastball over the middle of the plate. But as we've talked about internally a lot of times, the inning to go out and shut down an offense is after we score, and that's what we'll need right here.
And our thanks to John Farrell, spending a little time with us between innings. Lester, who's given up the 2 solo home runs today. Lobaton to center field. Ellsbury is there for out number 2. A couple of hard hit balls, but 2 outs. And we'll go back to the top of the order for the Rays. There is the shutdown inning. 11 pitches is all it takes. 3 up, 3 down for Lester. That's a bouncing ball off of a double. And you don't know how the inning goes after that, had there been an out. As Ortiz looks like he's hurting a little bit. Foul ball off of his foot a moment ago. Looks like I got him right on the toe. And a 2-2 for Moore. Sounded like he broke his bat. Moore has plenty of time. And there is out number 1 in the 5th inning. Tampa Bay had Chris Archer loosening up last inning. It looked like they couldn't get him quite ready. At one point, Jim Hickey looked at Joe Madden and said he's not ready. He's not there yet. So Moore stays. Napoli rips one. That's down in the corner. A couple of hops off the wall. And he's on his way to second. Got a chance here. Rodriguez throw and the tag. Safe. What a great slide by Napoli to the back corner of the bag. Has that chronic hip problem, but able to hustle this one into a double.
Zobrist couldn't find him. He was so far to the right field side of the bag that you see Ben having to lunge for him. He thought he got him on the elbow, but his hand might have been on the bag by the time the tag was applied. That was awfully close. What a slide by the big guy.
Bam, bam play, and right there, Dana DeMute, the crew chief, with a great look at it. Well, Gomes will be walked. By the way, that double he had in the 4th, his first career hit in the postseason. And now 2 on with 1 away.
It had a great year, and we can document it with stats, but the starters need to go deep and turn it over to a shorter bullpen in Boston. And then the hitters.
The pitches by inning tell the story. That 33 pitch 4th inning. And Victorino with a stolen base today. Johnny Gomes had that mad dash from second to score on the base. Runners go here. Saltalamacchia to left. That is way back. Rodriguez looks up. It is off the monster. One run is in Napoli. Here comes Gomes, and the throw is cut off. 2 in. A double. Saltalamacchia. And it's 7-2 Boston.
The Green Monster is eating Sean Rodriguez alive. First double off the wall, came down, hit on the warning track, bounced over his head. The next one hit off the wall, caromed away from him. He couldn't knock it down. Same thing there. He was too close to the wall, and it bounced over his head.
Pitching change. Joe Madden will take Matt Moore back with him. 7-2 Boston in the 5th. And the numbers for Wright this season, 70 appearances. And entering this game, trying to get through the 5th. Joe Madden said he is a guy that can give him multiple outs and multiple innings if need be.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a crossfire delivery with sink, 2-seamer and a 4-seamer, a slower breaking ball around 79 miles an hour, and a good changeup with really good arm action.
And you made the point early, the 2 solo home runs by Lester. Certainly you don't want to give up home runs, but solo shots don't hurt you, especially with an offense like the Red Sox. And being here at Fenway Park as Drew not able to check his swing.
Yeah, they rarely beat you. I mean, there's plenty of data to say that it happens where you lose on a solo home run, but in this type of atmosphere with the team that Boston has and their ability to score, wasn't going to beat them.
So Wesley Wright picks up his first strikeout, first batter faced, and now he'll face Middlebrooks. And they will walk Middlebrooks. Left-handed hitter Ellsbury coming up next. Postseason games today. The Pirates beating the Cardinals earlier today. Garrett Cole with the victory. His first playoff start. It's off the glove of Wright and into left center. Saltalamacchia will score. Ellsbury gets into the act. RBI single. And it's 8-2 Boston. And now every Red Sox has a base hit in this game. That run will be charged to Matt Moore right off the glove of Wright. What a hot shot from Ellsbury. And a pitching change for Joe Madden. Chris Archer coming in. We'll take a break. Second pitching change for Joe Madden, and he goes with his young starter Chris Archer, who is now in the bullpen with Jeremy Hellickson announced as the potential Game 4 starter. So it's Archer who comes on with 2 away.
Archer, along with a lot of these young Tampa Rays pitchers well beyond his age and maturity, he's got a firm fastball, really good sliders, tough on right-handers. See the numbers on the year. 9 wins.
2 on for Boston. They have 8 runs on the board, and Victorino, slow roller, tough play. Escobar not in time. Victorino legs one out. An infield hit keeps it going for Boston. And now the bases are loaded with 2 away.
That thumb for Shane Victorino is barking, but he's very happy to have some hits today. Got in on him, broke his bat, and still beat it out.
Wow, great image there from Total Motion. See the vibration that goes through the bat and into that thumb for Victorino. Red Sox Nation thirsting for more. Got him. Pedroia strikes out, inning over. Red Sox bat around again. 3 more runs are in, and it's 8-2 Boston. Today's pitcher comparison brought to you by Liberty Mutual Insurance. And a short day for Matt Moore. 4 1/3, 8 hits, 8 runs, 7 of those earned. Should have had a better fate today. John Lester, meanwhile, has not actually been on the mound very much. As Zobrist on the first pitch. Out to left and goes to make the play. So you don't keep time in baseball, right? I know we have time of the game, but it's a game without a clock. But since the bottom of the fourth inning started, John Lester has been on the mound 3 minutes and 30 seconds in the last hour as the Red Sox fans are giving it to Will Myers. Rays had a few more blunders defensively, Joe, in that inning. And it was all said and done, 5 runs in as Myers to deep center. And there's out number 2.
It was too late and a run scored.
And that would have ended the inning. The out at the plate. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. John Lester going quickly here after the long delay or the long layoff with his offense intact. 8-2. Matt Moore, first 3 innings, holding the Red Sox 0 for 9, just a walk and a hit batter. So Ortiz bounces one into the shift. And there is out number 1. Down 6 with John Lester looking like he is back on his A game right off the end of the bat. Napoli retired and 2 up and 2 down. Games 3 and 4 will be in St. Petersburg at Tropicana Field, and then if necessary back here in Boston for game 5 as a strikeout for Archer. He gets Gomes and a 3-up 3-down inning for the 25-year-old. Top spin bouncer over to short and through for the first out. How they go along the rest of this division series is Rodriguez out to left and Gomes for the second out. But they do have a 5-game series as opposed to an elimination day. And Lester keeps the Rays down. John Lester, 11 straight retired, picks up his 6th strikeout.
This is perfect.
This is perfect.
For Boston this time of year.
Fall.
Our workout days, the 4 workout days we had, were prettiest weather I've ever been part of. Like, guys are just out there for an extra hour just because it's, you know, so nice.
Perfect, yeah. Yeah. You gotta love October baseball.
And we thank Chris Guccione for wearing that microphone. And Fenway in the fall, and Red Sox Nation with open arms welcoming back postseason baseball in October. It's been since 2009. And so much turnover in the last couple of years that collapse in 2011. Terry Francona losing his job. Bobby Valentine coming in last season, finishing in dead last in the American League East, and they have gone from worst to first, the best record in the American League, and they will have the home field advantage, the Red Sox, throughout the World Series if they make it that far. And the blood, sweat, and beards of Fenway Park.
Not afraid to pitch and attack the hitter.
And Torres on the attack. Strikes out Saltalamacchia. He has come back when the 3 games. And of course, they would power right through and win another World Series as Torres picks up another strikeout. Back-to-back Ks.
I don't think the hitter sees it. I think it appears faster than it actually is to the hitter.
Bouncing ball to Zobrist, who makes a play in a 1-2-3 inning. So Torres with a couple of strikeouts. Red Sox go in order. We're headed to the 8th in Boston. Rays coming up. Allowed that other solo home run, but he has shut the door after the big innings by his offense as he walks Loney to start the inning. Monotone, a swing and a miss. Lester with a spinner in there and picks up another strikeout. That'll be his 7th.
Figure out how to play the balls off the wall. Had 3 opportunities and didn't field any of them.
And Jennings draws the walk. So Lester puts 2 on. A couple of walks in this inning. Gives him 3 for the game. And 2 men on with 1 out. That's going to bring up Zobrist, and now Tampa Bay starting to move in to the heavy hitters in their batting order. All in 2 strikes. 2 on for the Rays. And Zobrist to right. Victorino runs it down, out number 2. And that will bring Will Myers to the plate. And I'm sure Red Sox fans are looking forward to his appearance again. And that's going to do it for John Lester. So Farrell makes the call to the bullpen. John Lester strong today, just the 2 solo home runs. Pitches into the 8th inning in this game 1, his first ever game 1 at Fenway. Seven and 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts. He did walk a couple of batters in this 8th inning, but a very good showing here, John, for Lester. You see the numbers at this point, still a couple of runners belong to him.
Yeah, you can see he's a little frustrated, leaked a little bit with his fastball. You certainly don't want to leave or put runners on and leave the game. Nice lead, 8-2. Tazawa's coming in, and he's got a sneaky fastball, sinking 2-seamer, 94-mile-an-hour 4-seamer, pauses with his leg a little bit, split light action, and he's been good as well coming out of the pen.
And the chance continue for Will Myers. Myers rifles one to right field. Victorino, very good defender, is there, and that is the inning. Tazawa protects the runs for Lester. 8-2 Boston to the bottom of the 8th. Now the Red Sox with 8 runs on 10 hits, and all 8 of those runs and all 10 of those hits coming in the 2 innings. The 4th and the 5th is Ellsbury. A little flare to left. That's going to fall. A base hit. So Kobe Ellsbury was the last Red Sox to have a hit today, and he has 2 in a row now. 2 for 5 at the plate. You see Dustin Pedroia is on the list. Victorino is 5th. These would be the opposite ends of the spectrum from guys like Delman Young. Ellsbury takes off, and no throw by Lobaton, and the Red Sox keep the pressure on even with a 6-run lead. Ellsbury steals the bag and now in scoring position in the 8th.
Right, they never stopped him. Watch this. Walking lead. He never stopped, never made him stop striding off. That was a gimme for Ellsbury.
52 stolen bases in the regular season, and impressively caught just 4 times.
There's
a shot, base hit left field. Ellsbury around third, and he's on his way. Shane Victorino drives in another one, and the Red Sox up 9-2. Victorino with 3 hits, 2 runs batted in, on base 4 times, and it's a 7-run lead.
And right-handed hitter against a right-handed pitcher, something you just haven't seen from Shane Victorino, a lifelong switch hitter, but because of the leg injury, he's been forced to stay on the right side. Certainly didn't affect him there.
And there goes Victorino with a swing, a line drive, base hit. Hit and run to perfection. Pedroia singles. Victorino to third. Still nobody out for Boston.
That looked like that whistled right by Victorino's nose, too, as he was headed to second base.
It's a breaking ball down, and look what a great job of hitting that is. Didn't try to pull it, knew the runner was going. He's going to vacate the second base area, and just textbook.
Yeah, straight steal there, though. Victorino never even looked back to see the point of contact. That's when that ball came so close to him. And on an 0-2 pitch, when a catcher has to go down to try and block a pitch and you get a base hit out of it, that's a pretty good hitting.
Everything away to David Ortiz. And that was down and in. Good block by Lobaton, but the bases are loaded. Jim Hickey is on his way out.
That was a terrific block, like you said, Brian, by Lobaton, especially when he knows that Victorino's just a few steps away.
A bases loaded walk. And the last thing the Rays want to do here is make another pitching change. Victorino scores an RBI the easy way for Napoli. And it's now 10-2.
They hit 301. They've had the most chances. They've scored the most runs. So this team can score in bunches, as we've seen today. They haven't put up a single run in any inning. It's been a crooked number. That plays in the postseason.
This crowd still chanting Myers. Right fielder Will Myers. And a bouncing ball. Got a chance to turn it here. Escobar on the 6-3 double play. Another run will score to make it 11-2. No RBI for Gomes. But a run is added to the register. And it's a 9-run lead. 2 gone in the inning for Saltalamacchia. Well, and give credit to this Red Sox lineup as well. They took advantage. That's a big at-bat. Saltalamacchia beats the shift. A base hit. Another run is in. And Jared Saltalamacchia, this time from the left side of the plate. Another hit and an RBI gives him 2 hits and 3 runs batted in tonight. 12-2 Boston. Jamie Wright to first, and the inning is mercifully over. Red Sox put another crooked number on the board, and they lead 12-2. Last call for the Rays. And now it's going to be Ryan Dempster out of the starting rotation for the Red Sox in the regular season, moved into the bullpen. And John Farrell is excited about getting him a postseason appearance out of the bullpen in a 12-2 ball game.
A little bit surprised he's starting out of the stretch, maybe adapting to this role and saying most of my pitchers will be out of the stretch, but a starting pitcher normally.
De Jesus will get the call tomorrow, I'm sure, as he strikes out on the first out of the ninth. Hit well left center, got some carry to it. Ellsbury at the wall, high off the wall. Extra bases for Johnson. He's on his way to third, and a triple for Kelly Johnson.
The Red Sox outfielders made a mistake there, just that they both went for the baseball. They're pretty conditioned for one guy to go for the ball and the other guy to play it off the wall. Ellsbury goes for it. It's out of his reach, but you see both of them right there at the wall. Then somebody had to track it down. And Kelly Johnson can run.
Well, there's a little edge, like you said, right above there.
Looked like Johnny Gomes just, he said, I'll do what you do, Jacoby. And a swing and a miss, so Dempster strikes him out. 2 gone in the inning, a couple of Ks, and the Rays down to their final out, Yunel Escobar. Slow roller. Pedroia takes care of it, and that's the ball game. The Boston Red Sox hold serve. They win game 1 of this ALDS in convincing fashion. TBS is your exclusive home for the 2013 NL and AL Division Series and the National League Championship Series. Now we'll send you to Atlanta. Ernie Johnson, Cal Ripken Jr., Ron Darling standing by. Game 2 underway. Dodgers Braves. We'll see you tomorrow for Red Sox Rays in Game 2.